and still as fast as lightning.
Yeah, the power that he possesses, but it's not a thumping power, it's that explosive speed, that explosive power, the footwork he gets in position, and all of a sudden he's landed 3, 4, 5 shots and then he's angled off. A lot like I did in my fight against Lopez.
I have very fast, it's a compensation, it's a very strong guy.
Big crowd, doesn't he? He's an absolute superstar in world boxing. And this was another exquisite performance.
Joe Rogan reacted live to Naoya Inoue's performance against Alan Picasso by calling Inoue a true legend of the sport. Rogan was visibly impressed by how fast Inoue's feet were, pointing out how effortlessly he moved in and out of range without wasting motion. He highlighted that Inoue's power is completely unmatched for the division and explained that very few fighters in boxing history are able to combine speed, precision.
I was so excited. He's a legend of the sport.
He is a legend, and he's such an unusual guy. You know what's crazy about him is his calves.
Yeah,
when you look
massive.
At that.
When Alexander Usyk was asked about Naoya Inoue's performance against Alan Picasso, his reaction showed immediate respect and admiration. Usyk paused, smiled, and then praised Inoue's speed and presence in the ring, openly saying, "I like Naoya." He emphasized how quickly Inoue moves and reacts, noting that despite competing in lighter weight classes, Inoue is an extremely strong fighter. Usyk explained that the balance between power, speed, and control makes Inoue dangerous at all times, and his words reflected how elite fighter.
Fight heavyweight champ of the world, Alexander Usyk. Alexander, you're watching another pound-for-pound fighter in Inoue. Have you been impressed with his performance so far?
Yeah, I like this is show Nakatani fight great with Mexican guy Inoue. I happy.
What do you think Inoue needs to do to get the stoppage?
I not think about this. I just watch fight. Maybe Inoue next fight going up. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's normal. Because, Inoue have very fast. Yeah, it's a compensation.
The boxing world erupted after Naoya Inoue's dominant showing against Alan Picasso, with social media flooded by highlights and technical breakdowns of his performance. Boxing analyst Henry offered a tactical explanation, noting that Picasso entered the fight with a high guard to protect his chin, showing solid defensive discipline. However, his elbows were positioned too far forward, leaving his body exposed, a flaw Inoue immediately exploited. Inoue's sharp lead hand and lightning speed allowed him to land repeated body shots while remaining unpredictable. The difference in power was obvious, as Inoue's punches carried serious impact while Picasso's shots lacked the same effect. Henry emphasized that Inoue's blend of offensive precision and defensive awareness kept him in full control from start to finish. The most dangerous fighters in boxing today.
Saw the two men get into the ring. The first thing that I noticed straight away was Picasso was carrying an incredibly high guard, defensively keeping his gloves very, very high, trying to protect his chin. And one thing I'll say in general about Picasso in this fight is that his defensive awareness was very, very impressive. He very rarely dropped his hands after he threw a shot. His discipline was incredibly good. But the problem with that is that sometimes it leaves a lack of room for creativity with fighters. Yes, it's important to be defensively disciplined, but if you continue to give the same look over and over again, you're never ever going to beat a guy like Inoue. The first thing I said at the beginning of my live about this guy was I looked at him and I went, his elbows are incredibly flared. You know, he had the high guard, but his elbows was very, very far forwards, which instantly made me think he's giving the body to Inoue. He's offering it to him. Now, that can sometimes be done because it's to create counter-punching opportunities. But in this instance, I think it was just that he was so concerned about protecting his head, about not getting knocked out with a shot to the head, that the body was there all night for Inoue, and Inoue took it. He took the invitation, and he constantly stabbed to the body of Picasso. And in fact, I'd say that this fight kind of was a story of the body shots in many ways. Picasso, like Inoue, had most of his success to the body. The left hook in particular was a money shot for Picasso. But the difference between these two men was so obvious to see when they were standing in the pocket and they were exchanging left hooks in particular to the body. The impact of Inoue's shots was totally different from Picasso's. It was like Picasso had cushions, pillows inside his gloves, and Inoue had a bloody egg weight. It was damaging, it was vicious, and Picasso simply couldn't hang in the pocket for long periods of time with Inoue. I mentioned the lead hand of Inoue there to the body, but the lead hand of Inoue in general in this fight was incredible to see. I mean, the sharpness, the speed on it, the different levels that he throws it from. It's unbelievably unpredictable and difficult to read as a shot, and it allows him to control fights. One thing that I've noticed about Inoue, having watched him for a little while now, and something I think he definitely does on purpose, is he lowers himself to the level of what's in front of him at times. because he wants you to open up so he can counter you and land large shots on you, ones that you don't see coming, so that he can knock you out. He's good enough to be able to do that and keep himself safe at the same time. What was testament to this was Inoue's movement is exquisite, it's exceptional. There were moments when he was using that jab that I just mentioned, dancing around the ring, using that lateral movement, popping the head of Picasso regularly, easily landing on him with that jab. I mean, Picasso was forced to keep a high guard at all times because the power of Inoue is so good that even when he's in motion, he will hurt you. But the testament to this idea that Inoue will lower himself to what's in front of him is that there was moments when
Mike Tyson also acknowledged Naoya Inoue's brilliance, calling him a monster inside the ring. Tyson stated that Inoue is faster, stronger, and more precise than many champions he has seen over the years, even suggesting that Inoue surpasses Manny Pacquiao at his peak. He highlighted Inoue's power, footwork, and ring IQ as unmatched for the division, making it clear that this praise was not casual admiration, but deep respect from one legend toward a modern super.
This young fighter called the Monster. You ever hear Monster?
No.
Japanese fighter called Monster. This is Monster.
Crazy dude.
That mean son of a. Oh yeah, you gotta see this bad motherfucker. Don't look like money. He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was good like that. Just as good.
He looks like a fucking pop star.
Oh, wait till he get on these.
The most efficient hunting machine in all
Look at
of
him.
boxing.
He's vicious. That's a bad guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh.
118?
Yeah, him ain't
Who the hell
down.
fights in that division?
Bantamweights.
Yeah, but who?
Some bad motherfuckers. Yeah, some killers.
Paulie Malignaggi shared his thoughts on what could be next for Naoya Inoue after analyzing the fight with Alan Picasso. He explained that Inoue's dominance was obvious, but suggested that future opponents like Junto Nakatani would need to respect his power even more than previous challengers. Malignaggi noted that Inoue went the full 12 rounds with Picasso and imagined how incredible a distance fight with someone like Nakatani could be, highlighting Inoue's stamina and consistency. He also observed that Inoue may have slightly limited his right hand, possibly due to a minor issue, though nothing was confirmed. Despite that, Inoue remained completely in control and won decisively, reinforcing how difficult he is to solve for any opponent.
Nagatani or Inoue yet. I really hadn't made up my mind who would win between them. I thought it was a good fight anyway. I don't think it's an easy fight to pick, but I do think that I do think that it's a completely different style. You're going to see Inoue fight with Nagatani than you did Hernandez today. You know, I thought Nakatani did a solid job of, again, getting off those good punches, hard punches. It was just he couldn't get the respect, and that's something that will lead you to think some things going into the Inoue fight. But remember, Inoue does get hurt. Inoue has been down at this weight class, so you know, you land those hard shots, clean hard shots like that on Inoue. I think he's gonna have to respect that power of Nakatani more so than Hernandez did today. Naoya Inoue took on David Picasso in another surprising result in that this one also went the distance. Can you imagine Nakatani and Inoue both going the distance? Would have been crazy odds if you're a gambler. But Inoue won the fight going away. I don't know. He didn't get asked the question in the post-fight interview, but to me it seemed like Inoue's right hand may have been bothering him. Again, just assuming here because we didn't get any confirmation. It's not like the post-fight interview or the broadcast ever actually brought out something that was obvious, which was that Inoue was actually not throwing his right hand many times when he could have. Was going left hand heavy. Even when he had Picasso up against the ropes a lot of times, he didn't throw the right hand or barely throw a right hand. So I'm not quite sure that, you know, just my assumption, but I'm not quite sure that anyway he had not at least heard or tweaked his right hand in this fight, and that might be why David Picasso was able to go the distance. But also Picasso did some crafty, clever things, made himself a moving target even when he was standing still. A lot of up and down rotational movement, hip and up and down change of level movement when he was stuck up against the ropes, and when he was in front of Inoue, so Inoue couldn't get to him too clean. When he got stuck against the ropes, also he made himself a small target by staying low. He would change the level by going up and then back down. Just things that, you know, weren't giving Inoue any threat to lose the fight, but they were giving Inoue problems as far as tracking him down and getting to him cleanly. Inoue was going to the body very, very well. I thought Picasso took some really tremendous body shots, and you got to credit him.
The Ring magazine posted a striking statistic on X, stating that Naoya Inoue had doubled Alan Picasso in punches landed after 6 rounds, according to CompuBox. The numbers painted a clear picture of Inoue's control through pressure, precision, and volume, leaving Picasso struggling to keep pace. Analyst Liam Vaughn highlighted that this was the first time in Inoue's career he had gone back-to-back 12-round fights, showcasing his stamina and consistency at the highest level. Goff also praised Inoue's offensive balance, explaining how his combination of speed, accuracy, and power makes him incredibly difficult to challenge. He added that the Saudi Arabia event atmosphere, including the traditional music and presentation, created a unique experience that matched the elite level of the performance.